Hey, I'm Brian Cohn of Bco Knives. This is day 2 of working on knives to test out my new rock tumbler. I'm super excited. Let's get into it. This video will be testing the difference between an acid wash finish on flat surfaces like most people do, and what an acid wash finish will do to a brute to forge finish. I've looked around and I can't really find people doing an acid wash finish on a brute to forge knife. That forge texture is something that I think would look cool, but before I can do that acid wash finish, I need to grind these knives up, put in all the bevels, and make this thing perfect. You've seen that all before in a lot of my other videos. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fast forward through a lot of this process and let you guys watch me work. Enjoy, guys. I am really happy with how they turned out. I know that this is going to be a wonderful test to delineate what a rock tumbling system does to forge texture on this one or a clean finish on this one. So this is going to be a really interesting test. I'm going to go ahead and get both of these etched in the acid and then dunked in coffee overnight to really darken the steel and make sure that it is super dark so that when I put it in the tumbler, it's going to make that really cool acid wash finish. So I'm going to go ahead and dunk them in the acid. Here's what they look like after the ferric chloride etch. These look pretty decent. I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. Definitely not absolutely perfect, but the next step is going to be soaking them in the coffee solution. So I have a super strong coffee solution that I'm going to soak these in overnight, possibly for a couple days. I don't quite know yet. So I'm going to go ahead and take them home and soak them, and you're going to see what they look like when they're done. After a 24-hour soak in the instant coffee, I'm incredibly pleased with just how dark these things got. I know that this is going to be a fantastic base coat for the acid etch for the tumbling system to get that acid wash finish. I'm actually really interested to see what the difference is between the flat ground and the forged texture is going to look like. I'm really hoping the forged texture looks good. So let's go ahead and get this thing set up and get these things tumbling. I just took a step outside because after 10 minutes of tumbling in that media, it honestly didn't really look like it had done a whole lot. So I'm going to go ahead and let it tumble for another 10 minutes. Now, I don't know if that is just a testament to the acid etch with the coffee and that just was so strong that it didn't really tumble much, or maybe my media is just a little bit too soft. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to be doing some more testing, so I'm letting it tumble for another 10 minutes. Honestly, I looked at it after the first 10 minutes and I couldn't see much of a change. So it wasn't really worth, showing to you guys because, that it honestly didn't look like much. So I'm going to let it tumble for another 10 minutes and then show you guys what it looks like. After a full half hour of tumbling, this is what they look like. And because I'm doing two parallel tests, I can kind of show you side by side between the tumbled knives and the untumbled knife. So just a refresher, this is what an untumbled knife looks like with the, relatively flat black all the way across the front. This is completely untumbled. So that's what it looked like when they started. And then this is what this one looks like. You can really see a lot of that gorgeous texturing all the way across the front. It's not worn away. It's just kind of tumbled texture. And then the one that I'm super excited about here with the forged texture. I love the way that this forged texture turned out. All of those high spots are, nice and worn down, leaving the low spots with the nice, rock tumbled texture. I'm just really happy with how that turned out. Now, there's a few things that I know I can do better. Number one, I definitely need to remake the tubes with the larger diameter tubes, because with the 3-inch diameter, I'm running into the Pringle can problem where I can't actually reach my hand in to grab the knives out when they're done. So I have to dump them out onto the table. So I need to remake those with 5 or 6-inch PVC, which is probably going to be more expensive, but it's going to make quality of life a lot better. And number two, I might have to step up my media game, because it seems as if, the media is a little bit too soft and it took a half an hour to tumble when I know it should be around 10 minutes. So I'm going to remake the tubes with that better situation and then remake this video so that you guys can see how much better it gets. Thank you guys for watching. I'm super excited to do more tests with this. Next, I'm going to be doing a copper and a brass test. Still with the 3-inch PVC, because that's what I've made already. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Please go ahead and check out my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok pages. Those are great ways to, help my small channel grow. Also, if you guys have suggestions on how I can make this any better, please leave them in the comments below. That would help me out tremendously. This is going to be something that hopefully I'm going to actually make and produce something like this. If you guys are interested, let me know in the comments below. And if you can think of ways that I could make this better, I would really appreciate you guys letting me know. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day.